Hey everybody, what's going on? I am Gamer Chick, and I would like to welcome you guys back to more of Memento of Spring. In the previous episode, the main character received a magical handkerchief. I don't know what purpose it serves, and I'm hoping we're gonna find out. So let's get back into the story, shall we? Returning to the chapel, I discovered a girl loitering at the top of the steps. Alternating between peering through the keyhole and shuffling between the two sets of windows, I could clearly see that she was waiting for someone, anyone, to come out. Frankly, this was a surprise. I figured Juliana had chased all the regulars away by now, but I suppose that even for a small town, there was still the occasional unsuspecting local I had yet to apologize to. Readying my finest look of regret, I walked towards her, all the while announcing myself with footsteps as heavy as my soul. She swept around to face me before I'd even begun climbing the stairs. Excuse me, can I have a moment of your time? I'm at a bit of a loss. I lowered the bag of sacrifices I'd prepared for Juliana's consumption. As ever, a single day's amount was so cumbersome that my arms wouldn't be able to survive the briefest of conversation while holding it. Oh, of course. How may I help you? This is the town's chapel, isn't it? Or would there happen to be another one that I've missed? I see the accompanying bell tower. It matches the description I was given, but the doors are locked and nobody is answering inside. Shouldn't noon services be occurring right now? I'm hesitant to knock harder in case I'm disturbing something important. No, this is definitely the town chapel, and it's the only one, too. But I'm afraid the reason the doors are locked is because normal services aren't running at the moment. Although, that's not to say they'll be running anytime later, either. How come? The chapel is currently occupied. Being used by someone. In the meantime, the sisters have moved to the capital. I see. I had no idea. That does make the location more understandable. Excuse me? If I may ask, are you about to enter? Those bags, are you here to provide a delivery of some kind? Well, both? Yes, I am heading inside. Although it's more than just to drop off a delivery, I'm a temporary resident here. Is that so? All of a sudden, I felt myself being clearly appraised. First, the girl examined my shoddy, unpolished armor. Second, my gloomy, frightening face. By any chance, would you happen to be Miss Pennywhistle? I hoped it wasn't either of those things which gave me away. Yes, that would be me. Then, when you say the chapel is currently occupied by a certain someone, would that happen to be a well-known juvenile sorceress? Yes. Unless you're seeking reimbursement, in which case she's out right now. Huh? Reimbursement? I see. So, they weren't just rumors after all. Rumors? What rumors? Which rumors? The rumors that Juliane vos Westerholz boasts a reputation for unimaginable calamity and serial delinquency. Unimaginable calamity and serial delinquency? Is that all? All? Why, is that reputation not enough for a 12-year-old girl? Well, for her, if it's just calamity and delinquency, that would be a pleasant surprise. Then again, I suppose she has been behaving herself lately. Maybe I should scrounge up some money for high-quality meat as a reward? If those traits could be considered an improvement on her usual behavior, I'm not sure I want to think about what she was like before. Well, there's no need to look so wary or terrified. After all, you can leave those emotions to me from now on. I'm not a debt collector or a claimant. I'm Juliana's new tutor. Oh! Are you from that school? That school? Yes, I've been dispatched from the Royal Lanvier Academy. Oh, right, the Academy. I'm sorry, Juliana refuses to call it by its proper name. I might have picked up the habit. Is that so? Well, it's only fair. Since her name's been blacklisted by the Academy, I suppose she can only return the favor. Would you believe it? I had to spend an entire day just trying to coax out the name of my supposed student. Apparently, she doesn't have the most fans in the world. What did she do to get her name blacklisted? Her public records consist of a few hastily scribbled and half-burnt notes from her past tutors. Do you really want to know? A part of me does, but a bigger part of me doesn't. Then I'll cede to the wishes of the majority. In any case, I'm here as the Academy's next sacrificial lamb. If the Calamity Princess is inside, may I introduce myself to my maker? So she was already resigned to her fate. With expectations that low, she may yet survive the night. Of course. But we weren't expecting you for another week. Was there a change in the scheduling? No, I opted to arrive earlier. Frankly, I'm not sure why a tutor was pinned down to arrive so late in the first place, since it would mean Juliane would go almost an entire month without one. But when I asked the administrator in charge of the appointment, I was only told that it was a necessary precaution. Something about needing to be fully at peace before dealing with that blasted demon girl from the void? Well, Juliane has been known to be a handful. Yes, I have gathered as much. Frankly, if I don't see her spitting fire every hour of the day, I'll be disappointed. I really wish she wouldn't jinx herself like that. Regardless, I apologize if this disrupts any schedule Juliane had planned. I did request a message to be sent beforehand, but it looks like it never arrived. It's okay. The only schedule that girl has or adheres to is her meal times. I'm not sure if she follows anything else that could be disrupted. I see. I'm looking forward to seeing Juliane for myself. I'm sure that more than a few of the rumors are false. Or rather, I hope they are. Well, I'm glad you're coming into this role with an open mind. The only letter I received said I should put all my faith in your teaching abilities. It listed some of your accomplishments. Professor Hazeldine? I'm actually quite stunned. I expected someone far older. As you should. I'm sorry to disappoint you, but I'm not Professor Hazeldine. Huh? Sadly, Professor Hazeldine has taken an unexpected and very sudden leave of absence. I'm here as her replacement. I marveled at Juliane's abilities. Now she could vanquish her teachers before they arrived. Her powers grew every day. Has something happened to Professor Hazeldine? Yes, she's come down with an extreme case of Trontism. Somehow, a very secure bookshelf landed specifically on her little toe, hours before she was due to set out. I hear it was quite the accident. Once again, I'm sorry if this disrupts any arrangements you've prepared. If it helps, I'm only here to replace her temporarily. Professor Hazeldine will recover no matter how much she claims otherwise. The matrons at the Academy are quite exceptional. Oh, it's no trouble at all. You're the first one who's traveled all the way here. The chapel isn't the best of shape, but please feel free to make yourself at home, Professor... I'm not a professor, I am a researcher, and my name is Autumn. Apologies, I should have introduced myself at the beginning. I'm not used to long journeys. It's fine, I'm Emily, as you know. And as you also know on top of that, I'm not a professor either, or a researcher. I am Juliane's guardian. It's a pleasure to meet you, Autumn. Yes, same. My warmest regards, Emily. Thank you for rescuing me from the steps of this chapel just in time. Well, if the person inside actually bothered answering the door, she wouldn't need rescuing at all. Now, shall we head inside? It's been a tiring trip from the capital, but I'd like to meet my student before having my room and board settled. Of course, I'll show you to her. Although, may I ask why a researcher is here instead of another professor? Classes would be very slow if every professor had to hobble around with a broken toe. Ah. Well, it's certainly a chapel. I'm not sure why I feel so surprised. I think I expected to walk in and find it more hostile-like. Hostels don't take Juliana. Because of her demanding living arrangements? Yes, let's go with that. I think this chapel is the last refuge that would take her in. It's the only corner in the kingdom that hasn't heard of her yet. I don't think she minds. It's a lot more comfortable than the last place she was holed up in. And as you can see, she gets the place to herself. It does feel spacious, eerily so. I see you weren't exaggerating when you said Juliana was occupying the chapel. The sisters really aren't here. No, they left rather quickly, all things considered. Very quickly, actually. I wasn't going to inquire about that, but I am a little curious. Even if the sisters were willing to take Juliana in, why would they necessitate them vacating the premises? What about their duties? I am a little uncertain on the details, but I think they might be receiving an incentive to let Juliana utilize all the space here. An incentive. I think the Academy wants Juliana to stay in one place for once in her life, especially since it's relatively close by. So yes, an incentive. Did the Academy seriously bribe the sisters away from their official duties just to ensure they could keep an eye on Juliana? Well, I'm sure the sisters didn't mind. It's a small town and donations are hard to come by. I understand. Yes, it's a harsh world after all. And with that conversation forever settled, I decided to call out to the Calamity Princess. Alright guys, unfortunately we are going to go ahead and stop here for this episode. If you guys would like to support me in the channel, and if you would like to see more of Memento of Spring, be sure to show your support by leaving a like and a comment down in the section below. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. In the next episode, we will continue to read through this fantastic visual novel. I hope you guys are enjoying it as much as I am, and I will see you guys soon. Bye!